Hello everyone, that Manga Kid here to give my first impressions of Homunculus. This is the first omnibus containing volumes 1 and 2, and it's by Hideo Yamamoto. It is a 7 Seas release in a oversized trim, very thick volume with very heavy paper used. It is definitely a very nice quality volume, and it's got like the embossed stuff on the cover, which is nice. Very heavy to hold it while you're reading, though. Definitely hurt my hands and my wrists, even though I had it on a pillow, but just trying to hold it open, yeah, it's definitely heavy. This series has a lot of hype around it. I had heard of it previously, but obviously it wasn't released in English, and I had never really kind of delved into what it was about or anything, but I had heard of it for a long time, and then when it was announced, I was excited, even though I literally knew nothing about it. But I love horror, I love psychological thrillers, I love really, really creepy, unhinged characters, and this delivers all of that so far. So definitely up my alley. I would say that this is certainly not for everybody. Definitely deals with a lot of disturbing imagery and themes. So yeah, I mean, you know your tastes. If it's not for you, don't pick it up. Like it's definitely going to deliver on creepy and uncomfortable, and grotesque. So yeah, but basically, main character, whose name I've already forgotten, Nakoshi. He is in his 30s. He is homeless. He lives out of his car. He clearly is in a bit of denial about his life situation because he does not seem to think that he is on the same level as the other homeless folks who he parks in front of, and they live in tents next to his car in the park, but he sleeps in his car, on the border between the homeless and the relatively wealthy in the high-rise building on the other side of the street. So he's kind of pretentious and seems very unwilling to do anything to change his life circumstance. But his only love is his car, seemingly. And as long as he has that, he's fine. We don't really know much about him, except that he clearly used to have a job that he no longer has. He used to be well off and is no longer, but we don't know why. And he meets this medical student who is desperate to perform a really disturbing procedure on somebody kind of under the table. And so he meets the main character and he's like, "You are perfect for this. I would like to operate on you. For this experiment, I will pay you a significant amount of money, and I just want to operate and then observe you for, I think it's a week or 10 days or something." And he originally says no, and then ends up saying yes due to circumstances. And so the procedure is performed, and now he is able to see things that he couldn't see before and that he does not necessarily want to see. So he's been granted some kind of supernatural power that he is not thrilled about. But the medical student is thrilled about because that was what he was hoping for. And so this first couple volumes here is just the first few days of the observation after the procedure. And obviously leading up to the procedure, what was going on before that. So yeah, I'm interested. because the medical student dude is a nut job. And our main character is not a squeaky clean dude either, clearly. But yeah, it's definitely creepy, certainly disturbing, very fascinating. I'm just really interested to see where this goes, because I don't have much of a concept of where this story is going to go, because I think that it's, is it like 14 volumes or something like that? Like, because I remember seeing the Japanese sets of it and thinking about purchasing it in Japanese, and then I didn't. So it's definitely not it might be like 15 volumes or something. It's not an insignificant amount, but it's not like a crazy long series, if I remember correctly. So I'm very fascinated to see where this goes, because I'm not sure what the end goal is. I don't know what the main character's intentions are. I don't know what his motivations are. He is quite a mystery, and so I'm interested to see how this all unravels and what the deal is. The medical student kind of makes it clear what his intentions are and what his goals and aspirations are for this experiment, but at the same time, there's something very off about him there's a lot of things off about him, but yeah, there's a mystery surrounding him as well, despite the fact that he kind of presents himself in a way that he's very open, to the main character, at least. There's certainly something else lingering under the surface there. But yeah, no, great first volume. I'm glad it's an omnibus, because I think it really allowed it to like grab the reader's attention, being able to read the 2 volumes in one go. But yeah, I do recommend this, obviously with the caveat of knowing what you're getting into reasonably, to know that this is not going to be a nice read. It's going to be creepy. It's going to be awkward and unsettling and gross and everything. So yeah, but definitely lived up to my expectations, at least. And I hope that it continues to do so. Anyway, thank you for watching.